Actually, one thing I wanted to bring up was a discussion with NS13 Guardian regarding or having to do with Lilly's relationship with her other members of the company, in particular the women. I thought it was important enough. I'd actually written something up, but I don't want to assume that anybody watching has necessarily read what I wrote, so I'm probably gonna recount some of that on video. Although, usually I don't talk about these things explicitly, but it seems important enough. But it's actually... Initially things I was hoping would be conveyed through the subtext. But I'm realizing that people can't necessarily read my mind. So I apologize if when I do bring it up, it sounds familiar, but it just seems important enough to bring up. Alright, so entering the Jansen home.
You must gather your...
Wee ones, I'm home.
Mommy, Jan's back. Did you bring me some candy? Calmly, little ones. I brought you each a flasher. This is ammunition. I want to use it right now. Where's the cat? It's my cat, stupid. I get to flash him. Alright, the kids want to flash the cat. Those are the twins, of course. The girl is Tat, the boy is Tot. They're my youngest cousins, Glandig's children. Of course, we've been in the Jansen home, but I'm not sure that we've ever met Glandig. Asking who Glandig might be. He's most likely working in the mines. My mother watches his children when he's away. They're actually quite impoverished since his wife died. Alright, he needs to speak with his mother.
Oh, you're fine enough, I suppose.
It is good to see you, Jan. You don't stop to see your old mother anymore. I have to send your no-good cousins out to find you. I'm sorry, Ma. The turnip trade is a demanding mistress. Not so demanding as your own mother, boy. You've been in trouble, I suppose. Of course not, Ma. I've been very good. Why, look at the fine bunch of people I'm traveling with. If you say so. Alright, asking his mother what's going on, as Baldur has made it sound quite urgent. Lissa has been staying with us for a while. Her daughter, too. Of course, he mentioned that she was pregnant. We just thought that you might want to know. She does seem to need your help with her parents passed on and all. Again, he's asking if he has hurt her. Lissa's not hurt. It's the little girl. I gave them your old room. The girl is sick and Lissa's with her. Why don't you go and talk to her? She's been waiting for you. Alright, asking Lilly to come upstairs.
You haven't seen Griffins about, have you?
Alright, this is Lissa. Apparently with the little girl in bed. Alright, Lissa, speaking to Jan. I've missed you. I wish I'd known you were coming today. I would have prepared a meal for you and your companions. I'm an awful mess. Jan thinks she looks beautiful. I missed you, Jan. You disappeared for a long time after the wedding. When you returned, I hardly saw you at all. You should have come to visit me, Jan. He didn't want to intrude on her or Valik. Sorry, Jan. I've been terrible to you. Everything has come crashing down on me. Please forgive me, Jan. Seems awfully imposing for her to come back here with her sick daughter when she's chose Valik already. Here's Jan. I would do anything to make you happy. Alright, ask him what's wrong with her daughter. She's hurt, Jan. I don't know what's wrong with her. She just lies in bed staring at the wall. Won't even eat. Sounds like your typical adolescent melancholy. Please heal her, Jan. Oh, she's just a little girl. Quite young then. asking when this started. Started a few months ago before it ended with Valig. Alright, things have ended with Valig. He was always a cruel father and hard on Jaella. He beat her if she did anything he didn't like. Of course, Lily's starting to gain some sympathy for Jaella then, especially if she's been beaten by Valig. He's wondering if that's why she's ill now. I don't know, Jan. Can you help her? She isn't physically harmed, Liz. It is her mind that has been injured. My magic can do nothing for this sort of thing. Have you spoken with Uncle Gerhardt? She has, and he referred her to Jan. Alright, so he's asking Lily to go to the basement and speak with his uncle. Maybe find out what he knows about this illness. He's a bit eccentric, but he knows more than he lets on. I'd guess that we have 10 days before Jaella will die. How does he know that? Alright. Well, I think for the little girl, especially if she's been beaten, sympathetic here. So, agree to go to the basement and speak with his uncle. Look at that. He's left the party. Holy cow. Here's our gem bags. But he has all the other company equipment. It's a little concerning. Alright.
What?
He's going to speak with his uncle. See if he knows how to cure the little girl, Jaella. What's Emma doing? Alright. Yep, here's Uncle Gerhardt.
I am yours to command.
So again, I guess Mazzy addressing the uncle.
I just came here to find some turnips. I swear.
Who in the blazes are ye? Small noses, rancid smell. Be ye gibberlings? Oh, I thought this was a reference to the gibbering 12 that Dradil is always talking about. Yeah, I don't think Mazzy's gonna jest. Asking about what he might know about Jaella's illness. Wee Yanni, methinks I'd recognize me own nephew. That boy's full of questions, true, true, true. Are you hungry? Methinks I've got some sausages under me bed. Alright. I think Mazzy's gonna press about the little girl. You've come about the girl, eh? 'Tis a hurt of the mind. Only one rich in such powers can heal her. Alright, asking who that person might be. The Hidden. Wow. Of course, we've heard about the Hidden in that correspondence with Alhoon, who was an Illithid in the sewers beneath the Temple District. We only gained access to that area from a key obtained off the body of Tazok. Can't believe it's coming up here in the basement of the Jansen home. Go to Jysstev at her estate in the government district. She shall lead you to the Hidden. Now where's that sausage? Wow, that sounds all these disjoint elements. Jysstev was the noble family that was hosting Sir Sarles the artist. Can't believe that they're all somehow related. It's quite amazing if it's true. Alright.
What?
Probably tell Jan what his uncle has said.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
The group needs me?
I see from the look on your face that you've talked to Uncle Gerhardt. I should have better explained the situation.
Gerhardt is a well-known and respected physician and scholar. He had risen above the poverty that plagues this family so. As you've seen, he's no longer the same. About a decade ago, my uncle was hired to treat a rather unsavory fellow, a thief named Raug. Yeah, I don't think we've heard of Rog before. It was fairly obvious that Rog was a high-ranking shadow thief. He had power and money, two things more than rare in Athkatla without family connections. Rog was also daring. There are places in this city where no sane man treads. Places in the bowels of the earth that have the most powerful drow clerics quaver with fear at the mere mention of their cursed names. I'm sure Viconia is probably rolling her eyes. Rog set into motion the systematic plunder of these places. He was a modern man, not given to the superstitious fears of the plebeian masses. Boy, Jan has some tongue. The story goes that Rog was found in the old Temple of Bhaal. Gibbering and mad with fear, Uncle Gerhardt, an expert in odd conditions, was called to treat the ravaged man. As my uncle had learned through his studies, these afflictions can never be treated without knowledge of their cause. Since none but Rog had survived the trip, my uncle made the foolish decision to travel to these unholy places in search of this knowledge. He left for the graveyard and the places of the profane that are known to lie beneath it. He was gone for months, and we thought him dead. Rog was shipped off to the asylum that lies off of Am's coast. Of course, he's referring to the Spellhold Asylum. Boy, this story is taking us everywhere. Nearly a year later, Uncle Gerhardt returned a changed man. Something that he had seen on his travels left him quite unhinged, though hardly the mindless sack of flesh that Rog had been. He has almost lost Lilly. What this has to do with the hidden. With this change came a strange ability that occasionally shows itself in Gerhardt's verbal ramblings. He has become a prophet of sorts. He predicts events, some small and some of portent. During the time of troubles, his gift was particularly evident. He seemed to know everything. He'd rage and stumble about the basement, screaming of slaughtered gods and tumultuous magic. But that is in the past. He has examined Jaella, and especially in his present state, he knows things. He told Lissa to bring me home, and I hope that he has given you some direction as to how we can help this girl. Other things that Jan keeps talking like this, she's not going to get the help she needs. Yeah, so bringing up that he mentioned seeking the hidden. The hidden, you say? Lissa mentioned this. It seems that the Lady Jysstev knows something of the man. You can find the Jysstev estate in the government district. Of course, we've already been there. Alright, so asking Lilly to solve this mystery for him, as he must stay here with Lissa. Well, of course she wants his services. He's obviously not going to leave until this is resolved. Plus, I think she has some sympathy for the girl. So I think she'll agree. Plus, I think she's kind of curious what this hidden is about. Go well. I shall be here when you return. Jaela's not eating, so I estimate you have 10 days at most. Alright, that explains his estimate. But yeah, that was some story. Alright, so off to the Jysstev estate.
Yes?
Alright, I can probably at least begin to talk about Lilly's relationship with some of the women through the Baldur's Gate series. First, though, I need to explain some...
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
I need to explain some major psychological forces that shape her personality. First, she's a woman, a minority with respect to gender, often objectified and probably not given the respect or recognition she might otherwise deserve. Second, she's an elf, a minority with respect to race. Of course, Forgotten Realms borrowing heavily from the works of Tolkien in a human-centric setting. Third, she's sapphic. Obviously a minority within Faeronian society, I think to such a degree as to make her feel almost unbearable isolation. So this state of being has served to harden her personality and suppress her emotions. I think being an orphan in the care of Gorion at Candlekeep certainly didn't help, and only furthered her sense of alienation. So she grasps for these things to empower herself. But the only assets she has that can empower her are her gift for the art, her mind, and her charm.